Hello, hi, Assalamualaikum. Okay, so this is video tutorial for module 3, build a task list. So basically, what you're going to learn for this chapter, you're going to learn about how to create a task in Microsoft Project, switch task scheduling from manual to automatic, and then you're also going to look at how can you enter a task durations and estimates, enter milestone tasks, create summary tasks to outline the plan, and link tasks to create dependencies, and also checks a plan's duration, finish date, and also a bit on document task information. So these are the things that you're going to learn for this chapter. First and foremost, before we go detail in the software, um, first thing first is you need to know how to create a task. But basically, if you are looking at the lesson from previous class, I've asked you to do the practice file, right? That one where you learn on to enter the task and also setting up the non-working days in the schedule, right? So and I didn't come out any video tutorial for that, right? So yeah, please take a look at here. But basically, I believe you know this already. Okay, so theoretical, what we features in Microsoft Project that we are looking at is first is the task. So get familiar with the word task so that when you come across all the next of the features, there's gonna use this kind of terms so that you know what this all about. Alright. So every task in the plan is given an ID number, but the number does not necessarily represent the order in which tasks occur. Every task in project has one of two scheduling modes that control how the task is scheduled, so it's either manual or automatic. And by default, it is manual, so it's up to the user who is going to schedule it. Either you want to use automatic or manual. Later we take a look at it so that you'll be a bit clearer about it. Okay, so task names, the one that you have done earlier in practice file is something that has been given, right? But if in case that you need to create your own, right? So these are the kind of like guidelines so that you know. The task names need to be recognizable and should make sense to both the people who will perform the task and other stakeholders, whoever going to read it, understand it. So you need to use short word phrases that describe the work to be done, such as edit manuscript. So if tasks will be organized into an outline, don't repeat details from the summary task, name the subtask. So the subtask name cannot be similar to the summary task. So if tasks will have resources assigned to them, don't include resources name in the task names. There's going to be another functions of Microsoft Project that you're going to learn to assign the resources to the task. Later when we go further, then you will make sense of it. Okay, now, so how can we create a task? So there are three things or three matters that you need to look at when we're talking about creating a task. So first thing first is to enter task names. So how can we enter these? First and foremost, you need to clear an empty cell in the task name column and then enter your task names and press enter after each one. Later we'll do that. Second way is to insert a new task within a task list. So if, let's say, along the way you forgot to put on certain tasks, then you want to put it in between of a task, then that features we call insert a new task within the task list. So this one, you need to click in the task name column where you want to insert the new task, and on the task tab in the insert group, click task and project insert a row for a new task and renumbers the subsequent task, project names the new task. So yeah, let's do this so that you'll be more clear about it. And lastly, how can you delete a task? You can just right click to the task name and click delete. Okay, let's do this so that it will be more clearer. So you can go to the data files, Microsoft Project 2019, that the one that I have uploaded in New Future. So please download. So for this task, I'm going to use simple build task list, this file. Okay, I want to rename it because I don't want it to overwrite my original file. So I rename the file Okay, so it's actually a blank file. Okay, so we're gonna learn to do it from scratch. Okay, so if you're looking at the notes here, you even can download these notes I have uploaded in UFuture, so you can refer to this. So how can you enter tasks? But I know that you guys have done this earlier, right? So never mind, just show. But however, before I go to entering the task, I want you to looking at the schedule that I'm talking about. Okay, never mind. Okay, I want to add task here. Okay, so the first task is, let's say, assign launch team members. Second one is design and order marketing material, and then this put advanced copies. Next is coordinate magazine feature article, and lastly is launch public web portal for book. Okay, so let's say this is the task that I would like to insert in my project. Okay, so this is basically how you enter a task. And if let's say let's say I forgot this one. Okay, I want to delete this. So I would like to add the task in between. If you can see, these are the steps, right? So you can just click at the row that you want to put in between, and you can right click and insert task. Okay, so it's similar to the features in Excel. Okay, the one that I forgot just now is what? Coordinate magazine feature article. Alright, so that is how we insert data, task name. You even can delete it. If you're looking at the step here, you can just right click and delete task. Okay. Alright, so now we move forward to the next part, which is switch task scheduling from manual to automatic. So by default, project set new tasks to be manually scheduled. Okay, that one is by default. However, in project, you control the scheduling tasks of two different ways. Either you want to set it up as manual, or you want to set it as automatic. Usually people use automatic when you know already the duration of the whole project, you know when it ends, you know which task will start when, and when the task will be ended, right? But somehow sometimes when we are doing the project, we not really knows, we don't have that complete information yet. So usually when it's happened, people would choose manual schedule. So because along the way, if there are any changes, then you can just adjust the schedule. Compared to if you are using the automatic, definitely the project itself will calculate for you all the durations and the dates of your project. Okay. So when you create automatically scheduled tasks, project assign a duration and start and finish dates values to them. So with automatic scheduling, project automatically updates calculated schedule values such as task duration, start dates and finish dates in response to change in the plan. So changes to factors such as, let's say, the task relationship change, calendar also can cause project to recalculate. So if you change duration, the project will auto recalculate the schedule for you. Okay, now let's do this. How to switch task scheduling from manual to automatic. Okay, so to switch a single task from manual to automatic task scheduling, you can select the manually scheduled task you want to change, and you click in task mode field of the selected task, and then click the arrow that appear. In the list that appear, click auto schedule. Okay, so let's do this. Let me show you how. Okay, so you select the manual schedule that you want to change. So in this case, this one, task mode, you see the task mode. So task mode field of the selected task, and then click the arrow that appears. Let's say I want to change it to auto here, then I click it here. So you see when we make it auto, then the project itself will detect and automatically calculate the start date, which is today's date. This one is, it's not too yeah, something that need to be done. I think the calendar is different. Okay, and then to switch several tasks from manual to automatic task scheduling, you select the manual schedule task you want to change. Okay. Okay, in the task tab, okay, you go to the task group here, task tab, task group, and then you go to mode here, auto schedule. So to switch the currently open plan from manual to automatic task scheduling, on the task tab in the task group, click mode button and click auto schedule, or click the new task status bar. Basically you can change it here as well. Okay, so you can change it to auto. We are talking about changing it through here. This one will calculate overall the project itself. Okay, so now to change the default scheduling mode from project applies to all new plans. So if, let's say, you want to set up at your Microsoft project, you want that wherever you start of any new file, it will automatically become a default scheduling mode, right? So you can do this by go to your file tab, you go to option, you go to schedule. So here, so you can set it as all new projects. So whenever you open a new project, the calendar will automatically choose whatever default setting for the scheduling. If, let's say, you want to make it automatic, then you can set it here. So meaning whenever you open a new project, it will automatically detect as automatic schedule. Okay, so if, let's say, option, the project option dialog box, click the schedule tab. Okay, and in the scheduling option for the project, you click all new project. Okay, and then in the new task created box, this one, okay, you click auto schedule and you click OK. So whenever you open a new project file, it will automatically detect that way. Alright, so now, now to switch task scheduling from manual to automatic, the one that I've shown you just now. Okay, now we move forward to the next part, which is enter task duration and estimate. So a task duration represents the amount of time you expect it will take to complete the task. So project can work with task duration that range from minutes to months. Depending on the scope of your plan, you probably want to work with task duration on the scale of hours, days and weeks. And giving your task duration values is one of the benefits of using a scheduling tool such as Project. So rather than you are using simple checklists or which by using this software will be much more organized. Okay, so please take note on this. Project is standard values for minutes and hour. For duration, 1 minute equal to 16 seconds and 1 hour equal to 60 minutes. For the duration of days, weeks and months, you can use Project default, and usually by default Project detect working days as 5 days in a week. Saturday, Sunday is not included. While a daily working time is actually by default is 8 to 5 p.m. and with 1 hour of lunch break through Monday through from Monday to Friday. So this is by default. So but however let's say you having a different setup for your project. Is let's say your project require you to work on Saturday or Sunday or more than 8 hours, then that one require another custom schedule for that. So if you estimate the task will take 16 hours of working time, you could enter its duration as 2D, which is equal to 2 days of 8 hours working per day. Alright, so basically this how can we do. So looking at this, in order for you to enter task durations and estimates, you can use this abbreviation. You can just add on 30M. So 30M is actually means 30 minutes. Okay, if you put let's say 1H is H is actually represent for hours. If you put like 4D, so the D itself is actually represent days. W, let's say you put 3W. W is represent for weeks, and MO is actually represent for month. Okay, so yeah, project handle task scheduling in 2 ways. Just like I mentioned earlier, it's either automatic or manual. Okay, so if you are using manual scheduled tasks, however do not initially have any duration. Okay, if you are using automatic, the project will detect automatically the duration for your project, for the task. Okay, so a task duration is essential for project to schedule tasks, so it makes sense that a manually scheduled task which project does not schedule does not require a duration. Okay, so I think it will be much more clearer if we are doing it. Okay, let's do this. So how can we enter task duration? So basically these are the way that you can use. You can click a cell duration column for a task, and then you enter a duration value. Second, to schedule a task to spend on working time with an elapsed duration. So when you're entering the task duration, precede the duration abbreviation with an E. For example, like you enter 1 ED to indicate 1 full 24 hours a day, or 1 EW to equal 7 24 hours a day, or 1 EMO to equal 30 24 hours a day. So that's how it is. Next is to calculate the duration of a manually scheduled task. In the start and finish field for the task, you enter or select the start date and finish date values you want. So to be more clearer, let's do this. I'll show you how to do this. Okay, so now click the cell duration for column of task, this one. Enter the duration value. So let's say for this task, I want it to be, let's say how many days? Let's say it's 1 day. Okay, so I just make it 1 day like this. So as I said earlier, project initially set all new tasks that have duration value to start at the project start date. So if you can see here, it's all same on the start date, right? So it's by default. So next, to schedule a task to span non-working and working times with an elapsed duration. Okay, so when you're entering the task duration, first set the duration abbreviation. So in the, let's say here, I want to type as 1 ED. Okay, let's say I put it as A and 1 WK, right, which is represent a week. So you can see as a Gantt chart here. Okay, if let's say I want it to be 7 days, so you see the Gantt chart move forward here, and you can see it's count from Monday to Friday here, 1 2 3 4 5 days, because it's 7 days, right? It's across the Saturday, Monday, which is non-working days, so it's moved to next Monday and Tuesday, so which means that this is 7 days of working days. If you count it from Monday, Fridays 5 days, Mondays the 6 days, and Tuesday is the 7 days. So this is how you set. Okay, then in the, if let's say you want to make it a manual schedule, for example like this one, and so in the start and finish dates field, enter or select the start date, so you can just set it up yourself here. Alright, so that is about to enter duration. Alright, so now we move forward to the next, which is enter milestone task. Okay, so milestone is a significant events that either are reached within the plan or imposed upon the plan. So milestone is not calculated, there's no duration for milestone because it's not calculated in the schedule. Milestone is been used normally to just to kind of like a symbol that you may have reached certain stage in your project. It can also be like something that you set in your project so that it shows that, oh, you have reached certain stages, or you might have achieved certain milestone, or certain completing a task. For example, you have achieved something along of the whole project. Alright, so the milestone itself doesn't normally include any work. Milestones are normally represented as tasks with zero duration, so there's no duration for the milestone. So to visually distinguish milestone, their Gantt chart symbol appear as diamond instead of a bar, and however you can flag any task of any duration as a milestone. So now to enter a milestone task, so let me show you how can we do this. So in the task name column, click wherever you want to put to insert your milestone. Let's say I choose this one, in the task tab, and then I go to the insert group. Okay, this group, and I click at the milestone. You see milestone here? Okay, so this is how you add milestone in between of your tasks. Okay, so if let's say the milestone is about what, let's say completed first stage, for example. It's not a duration, it's not a project, it's a milestone. You see there's a 0 day here. Okay, to mark a task of any duration of a milestone, you also can do this. Let's say you have the list of your task, right? So you want to mark one of the tasks as a milestone, so you can just on the task tab, okay, you select first the task and then you go to the task tab, and then you go to the properties here and you go to task information. So they come up with this dialog box, and then you click at the advanced tab and you click check on the mark task as a milestone, and then you click OK. So you see, this task initially got duration, but because you have set it out as a milestone, so it's not considered as a task anymore. So it's also from the bar chart it changed to the diamond here. Okay, so that's how you set a milestone. Okay, now we move forward to the next, which is create summary task to outline the plan. So what is this summary task? Summary task, in other words, it can be like you are grouping all your tasks. It might be if let's say your project is include several tasks, right? And then there are several stages of each, like you're grouping it. Okay, this one we call summary task, right? So a summary task is made out of a summarized subtask indented below is in the plan outline. So when the summary tasks are sequenced over time, the highest level summary tasks are called paces. So when you are reviewing project plans, seeing tasks organized in the outline help you and your stakeholders think in terms of major work items or paces. So when a summary task is manually scheduled, its duration is calculated based on its subtasks. So as with the duration of an automatically scheduled summary task. So however, you can edit the duration of a manually scheduled summary task. Project keep tracks of both the manual duration that you enter and the calculated duration. So usually the summary task will auto calculate from the subtask that you have put on the duration before. So as you can see here, to promote a task to summary task, you select the task directly below the task that you want to make a summary task, and then on the task tab in the schedule group you click indent task group task button. So let's do this. So select the task directly below the task that you want to make a summary task. Okay, let's say I want it to be one summary task up here, so I select all the subtasks here, and then in the task tab I go to the schedule group, this one, and then click indent button. So you see, the assigned launch team members will automatically become the summary task. So to insert new summary task within the task list, okay, if you want to do this, you select the name of a task that will become subtask. Say this one, and then in the task tab, insert group, you click summary. So a project insert a role for a new task, indent the selected task directly below it. You see, it's automatically indented. The renumbers of subsequent tasks, project names and new task, new summary task. So with new summary task selected under the summary task name. So to demote a summary task to a task, select all subtasks below the summary task. So on the task tab, you go to the schedule group here, and then you click out done button. You see? So yeah, that's how we call summary tasks. Okay, we'll stop here for a while and we'll see you in next video.